Why are most Koreans cultural cringe? Why do Koreans love cultural appropriation? If you want to know why, I can tell you from the history from Korea. Because South Korea has been a subsidiary country of China from most of its history. Before this history, they were also dependent on China. In 668 AD, Shilla turned to the Tang dynasty for help and successfully conquered Goguryeo and Baekje. At the beginning of Joseon dynasty, Li Chenggui asked Zhu and Zhang to choose the country name, Holang and Joseon, and the Joseon dynasty has been a subsidiary country of Ming dynasty since then. And the Japanese occupation of Korea in 1910. So let me tell everyone now how China has been through Korean culture in history. I only talk about food and clothing this time. We can know from the literature that before Ming dynasty, South Korea did not have their own clothing, and the noble basically all wore hanfu. After the Ming dynasty, they learned the Ming dynasty hanfu and evolved into hanbok. Koreans' favorite spicy cabbage was also given by the Ming dynasty. After the fall of the Qing dynasty, China still influences South Korea. 1. Learn the Chinese Tai Chi diagram from the South Korea flag. When the Republic of Korea was established in 1948, the name of Korea was learned from the Republic of China. 3. The capital of South Korea was originally called Hancheng, but it was later changed to Seoul. But in fact, the real cause of Korean cultural cringe is their education. They respected Shen Cai Hao because they were occupied by Japan at the time and needed cultural confidence to create a fake Korean history novels. You can use Google to search. In 1994, they made another fake Korean history manga, said that Korea is strong in history and won an war. So Koreans don't accept real status in history. They think all Chinese stuff is theirs. But they also know in their hearts that is not theirs. They just don't want to admit it. So they use many methods to steal Chinese culture. 1. They use K-pop performances to steal Chinese and other country culture. 2. They use stars to steal the Chinese and other countries' culture. 3. They use TV shows to culture appropriation. 4. They use fashion brands to culture appropriation. 5. They use the internet to culture appropriation, like saying that hanfu is hanbok and claiming that North Korean style is Oriental style. South Korea even created an organization fang in order to steal culture and distorting history. They destroy history and claim that China and Japan is destroying history, like claims their ancestor Emily Goguryeo is theirs. Or because they don't like Chinese Koreans, so Koreans scold Chinese Koreans for wearing hanbok. This ridiculous thing reminds me of a Korean professor. This professor blocked me because I said his paper was plagiarized, like a Korean costume drama. This person said before that Woojin Sportswear copied the Squid Game's sportswear. But in fact, this is a Chinese sportswear born in 1947. So it's already obvious who is copying. But he also said that the Chinese people on his Instagram said he was wrong. Then this year, he said not to call it Chinese New Year, but to call it Lunar New Year. His logic said it's because Asian countries all celebrate Chinese New Year. He thinks the future can call Korean New Year. But he forgot one thing, that is the New Year belongs to China, and the lunar calendar also belongs to China. He and other Koreans even slandered Chinese culture hegemony. But I think they want to steal the culture of other countries is the real culture hegemony. Example, Japanese Bruno, Criminal, and other Asian buildings. I made this video just to give Koreans to stop culture appropriation. Instead of denying history or making hateful speech on some harmful posts. For example, using history to attack others.